Hey, what's going on, you guys? So right now, I really want to show you one of my previous speaking engagements to where I spoke to just regular sixth grade students at Ashford Middle School on Zoom, yes, virtually, to where they're located in Ashford, Arizona. So, yes, this is virtual, not in person this time. And in this one, I was speaking to regular sixth grade students who don't have autism about autism, of course, and bullying and how to build up their self-esteem, and also about inclusion as well and how to include those with autism, especially from them being bullied as well. So, hope you guys enjoy.
So my name is Austin Weaver, and sometimes when I speak, people think I have a funny accent, but from I'm not from New York, Egypt, or anything like that. I actually have autism. So autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder that is described by a lack of social communication and social interaction. 1% of the world's population have autism, and that equals 75 million people out of 8 billion people around the world. Can you all imagine that? So, plus 1 in 100 children globally around the world, 1 in 68 children in the US, and more than 5.4 million adults have autism. Now, that is a lot. 40% of children with autism are nonverbal, which means they don't talk at all, minimally, or more with gestures and sounds. Interestingly, boys are also 4 times more likely to be diagnosed with autism than girls. I bring this up to share with you all that while I stand here as a pretty successful 25-year-old, it wasn't always this way. I used to eat carpet, make very strange faces for my own entertainment in the mirror, spin in circles, make awkward hand movements just like this when I was younger too. And I didn't even really talk until I was 5 years old. I was different, and there were things about me that set me apart from other kids. When I was really young, I didn't feel very much, and so I didn't notice not having friends. Can you imagine that? As I started to get older, I had more interactions, but even when I didn't realize what was going on in the moment, I started to realize these interactions were not always positive. Research shows that in 2019, 22% of kids 12 to 18 years old were reported being bullied. 25% of young people who bully catch charges by 30 years old. So speaking of bullying, I didn't have many friends in middle school. I was really bullied a lot. Due to my autism, I took things literally, including teasing. So, for example, some students then would tell me jokes like, "Ooh, Austin, I'm telling on you," even though I never did anything wrong. So every time someone would tell me that, I would always get freaked out and say, "What? I didn't do anything," over and over again. From there, it escalated. The same happened when some students would shove their bruises in my face on their elbows and also fake sneeze in my face. Gross. I got freaked out over that and screamed. Later on, I learned to cope and got over people freaking me out, like when they pretended, they would tell on me even though they wouldn't. So my stepmom named Jessica taught me differently by saying, "You're not going to get in trouble. They're bullying you. They're thinking that is the game to freak Austin out." After she told me this, I started to learn more to not be gullible and to not always believe in what everyone says, including the jokes. Besides being verbally bullied, it was also difficult for me to make friends, as I mentioned at that time, and I always sat by myself during lunchtime. The reason why it was always difficult for me to make friends was because I never knew how to start and build conversations with others because I didn't talk much then. I also never understood the actual concept of making friends either, as I didn't realize I had to build new friendships. But now, in sixth grade, and Jessica came to school during lunchtime and brought me in and out, and she sat with me because I was sitting by myself and it made her sad. That made me feel better. Later on in eighth grade, I started to learn more how to start conversations in speech therapy, and both Dad and Jessica taught me how as well. Then I started to really understand how to start conversations with others. I started making new friends in eighth grade and throughout high school because others would invite and allow me to hang with them, especially during lunchtime. While autism is the difference about me from others, there are plenty of humans on this planet who have suffered from bullying because of different weird reasons, such as being too tall, too small, too fat, too skinny, big ears, a birthmark, being new kid in school even, being too weak, or for being too smart. When I asked some adults around the gym if they ever got bullied as kids and why and how they coped with it, they told me a lot of the same reasons. They coped with it by taking karate, facing their fears and standing up for themselves, and sometimes actually fighting, which is actually never a good idea as both people get in trouble, right? Even Jessica and my dad were bullied as kids. Jessica was bullied for being too smart, for example. To cope, she went to the choir room to avoid uncomfortable situations. My dad got bullied for being too small, and he coped by starting to work out and getting stronger. And yes, this is my father, Eric, I'm showing right now. The important thing to remember is you cannot change people, places, or things for what these people, places, or things do. You you are not in charge of people's feelings or moods. And on the other hand, nobody can make you feel any certain way. The greatest gift that has ever been given to us is the power of choice and our reactions. For me, what would have been helpful to reduce my own bullying problems would be another student to first ask me to hey with him or her and then tell me stuff to calm me down, like they're playing with you, right? Just ignore them, or even tell me similar to what my stepmom Jessica told me by saying you're not going to get in trouble. Don't believe them. When seeing someone with autism screaming and not knowing what to do while being bullied, feel free to step in and call the victim's name over to walk with or hang with him or her. Do this if you see anyone hanging out alone. Also, feel free to invite that person to hang within a peer group, as this can definitely help that person to most likely build social and communication skills. This is important because kids who are bullied are at a higher risk for low self-esteem, anxiety, depression, and even like suicidal thoughts, especially. And there are many types of bullying, such as one physical bullying, verbal bullying, peer pressure, mental bullying, and and emotional bullying. And peer pressure is going along with things we know are not right. Those that have low self-esteem are more acceptable for being peer pressured. And sometimes instead of being bullied, we choose to fall into peer pressure and are friends with people who bully. And that's definitely not okay, right? And another important thing to be aware of is kids starting around their ages go through go through puberty, and this is caused by the hormones that our bodies make. These hormones not only change the way we look, such as hair in the armpits, bigger muscles, and other physical developments. But they also change how you think and feel. For example, your body making these hormones can give you strong emotions that you never have before, and you may start to feel confused about the things in life as well. The strong emotions may be getting upset and crying or losing one's temper more than ever before. They may also change how you socialize with others and how you think as well, such as give a person knowledge while learning. So put them to good use. Just remember that. There are many ways to boost your own self-esteem. Here we go, and help keep hormones balanced. So as you can see, some of the ways are: one, have a positive attitude and believe in yourself that you can all do amazing things. Think about sports stars for instance, like this soccer player right here. They focus on and manifest greatness every day of their lives. There's no giving up. You can apply this to yourselves too. And second one is do something with a purpose, something that you love. Always be excited to try something new and different and have a reason for it. Make sure you eat right. And that's number three. Eating healthy with the right foods can help you feel great about yourself because healthy foods give you a lot more energy than processed foods. Like this one right here with the picture of the vegetables right here, as you can see. And remember, eating healthy will also help feed the brain and give you the energy you need so you don't feel frustrated or hangry even. When this happens, it gets easier for you to give up on things. And number four is write down your goals. Really important. This definitely helps to boost the self-esteem as you accomplish these goals. So if we have goals like getting good grades, getting better at a sport even, or whatever it is that you're trying to get great at, set a goal that will help motivate you to achieve them. Yes. And the last one is have fun. That's that easy, right? Enjoying yourself and having fun is one of the best ways of boosting your self-esteem. Another way to boost your self-esteem is by choosing humans that are trustworthy to be around. Honesty is huge. The ones who are truthful always deserve more trust from from others than those whose actions don't line up with what they say. It's important to be trustworthy yourself as well. Those that are trustworthy understand that in order to build greater relationships with others, the trust has to go both ways. Compassion is very important as well. When you put yourself in other shoes, to imagine a bad situation that someone else is in, you can understand that someone else's feel on different things. They also treat each other well as they have empathy for others in order to keep a great relationship with themselves and others. So as far as me and relating to all of you guys, is that I was not too long ago your age and I struggled. I was diagnosed with autism at 2 years old. I had to eat on a special and constricting diet from 5 to 14 years old. But my dad and stepmom were told things that weren't hopeful. My dad taught me how to speak at 5 years old by doing hooked on phonics every night when he would get off work, and we also did puzzles. I liked a one. So I liked a certain one puzzle. It was of the United States, as this is it right here. As we did the puzzle, we will take all the wooden state pieces out, and then he would test me on all of the states and capitals. In elementary school, my dad was told during my first IEP meeting that if Austin were to be placed in all special education classes, then he would never be able to graduate with his peers. Later on at age 8, after Jessica came to my life, She was also told by those who were in charge of me, such as that I would never graduate like my peers. I always stay in all special education classes, and that I will never be successful at life. Then she told them, no, that is never going to happen. He just needs someone to believe in him. From there, she started to help me a lot more to be successful with school and life. They never gave up on me, so I didn't give up on me. Once I realized test answers didn't happen by magic, like say you're taking a test in school, for example, yes, I started to excel at school from there. So I was placed in all special education classes from elementary school up until seventh grade. But then I started a mainstream in all regular classes from eighth grade to when I graduated high school. I had all A's, 4.0 GPAs, student of the months, just all that stuff, all that great stuff. Yes. At age 17, I graduated high school with a 3.7 GPA. And this was not what I was supposed to do. I proved a lot of people wrong. Yes, I'm telling you all. I proved a lot of them wrong. Yes. Then at age 18, I got my personal trainer certification. I also got my driver's license as well. Then at age 19, my dad got me my own truck. At age 21, I graduated from College of the Desert with an associate's degree in kinesiology. A couple of years ago, my dad and I moved here to Prescott Valley, Arizona, from Palm Desert, California, a couple of years ago to be close to our family. And we opened up a gym, as you can see, called Gifted Prescott, in which I'm here right now, a year ago on July 20th of 2022. And this is the first business I've ever owned. Then I recently graduated with my bachelor's degree in business administration entrepreneurship from California State University, San Bernardino, just recently on May 20th of 2023 this year. Now I'm in the process of becoming a motivational speaker for autism. I still eat healthy and work out every day because I formed good habits back when I was their age. I surround myself with trustworthy and honest people because that's what makes me happy. I wake up every day and do things that are productive and fulfilling. If I could do this, then so can you. Everybody can. Think about what you want in your life and know that you have the power inside you to accomplish it. Ask for help. Ask the questions. Communicate. That is another superpower we possess. Be positive. Be nice. It actually does matter. Yes, I said it. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. And I was so glad to speak to you all today. And do you guys have any questions or comments? Thanks so much, everyone.
That's awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you all really enjoyed this video, as I really hope all of you have really found this speaking engagement meaningful to where it's really extremely important to build up your own self-confidence in life and find out what you want to do in your life, whether it's dreams, goals, and also I really hope you found it really important to also accept everyone, no matter what, especially those with autism, whether they have autism or Down syndrome or whatever they have, it is always really important to accept those people too. Accept everyone, no matter what. It is always important. So really keep in mind of the word inclusion with everyone, no matter what. Yes, it is really important, and like I said, it does matter. So, as a motivational speaker for autism, if you really want me to speak at your school, especially a school assembly or autism workplace, business, organization, event, or anywhere, then hit me up especially sure here on YouTube. Whether you want me to speak in person or virtually, like on Zoom, then I'll be more than happy to do so. And so, if you really enjoyed this video, please give me a like, the thumb button, and also hit the subscribe button as well. So, thanks so much for watching. Later.